to the best morning show on the globe. It's Bradley and Emery in the morning, y'all. LeBron or Jordan, either one when I'm performing. Crossover, buzzer beater and I'm scoring. Bradham and Emery in the morning. Every play they on it. Every day I'm balling. Who's the coach? Who's the GOAT? Like Brady and Belichick, best show on the globe. And they embellish it. Y'all paying Ziffy, I'm Ken Griffey or maybe Mahomes. I stay in the zone, whether man to man or play in the zone. They can't stop me. Mayweather boxing, Curry with the shot, man. We just the best to be. Can we have our SP, please? This was meant to be. Every morning with Bradham and Emery.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. Bradman in the morning. Marcus Brown, Justin Emery.
Yo. I'm not even going to say anything. Let's just get into it.
The beard?
The beard is here tonight. Oh, actually, the beard is there tonight.
The beard is there. Arrived in Minnesota yesterday. Raining jumpers. Looking like skinny beard. He's ready. You know, a lot of people want to talk about, Ben Simmons and his motivation to get out of where he was, and now he's going to be a rejuvenated human being. But I think we're feeling a focus on the fact that the beard was in a hostage negotiation also, and now he's free. He's all free to show people the type of guy he is. He's definitely rejuvenated. You could tell he's excited. You can tell. And a motivated beard is the beard you want.
Yes.
So I'm really excited tonight. I mean, it's literally has a Christmas morning feel to it. The countdown all week. It was, even though we knew he was debuting tomorrow night, it was great to see Shams report that he officially will be making his Sixers debut tonight. I was a little sad yesterday watching. I was watching some NBA because I missed it.
Oh, big time!
The Bulls play last night. They picked up Tristan Thompson. He looked great. I really feel like that's a guy the Sixers really should have picked up. I guess at this point now, you just got to hope Willie Cauley-Stein works out, and the combination of Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, if you believe the reports that came out, apparently Morey has another big man signed. He just hasn't announced yet.
But I don't know who that is because I mean,
what if it's somebody that's not bought out yet?
Yeah.
What if he's tampering and he's trying?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, hopefully, but I guess we'll see how this works out. Willie Cauley-Stein, I'm sure he'll play some point tonight, and then you'll have Paul Reed and Paul Millsap, which doesn't overly excite me, but I'm not going to focus on the negative. I'm focusing on the positive.
We need 10 to 12 minutes out of these guys.
Yeah,
tops.
Right,
playoffs.
Right. Well, I don't want to burn out when the playoffs. Yes, correct. Yeah, I don't want to burn out Embiid the regular season. I want Embiid right now sticking between 30 and 35.
The rest of the team is good enough, I believe, that you won't burn him out during the rest of the regular season. There's 28 games, I think, left, 25 games, 23, somewhere in that category.
I think 24.
24 games?
I think so.
You won't burn him. The rest of the roster is good enough that you can get a top 3 seed in the East playing him 30 to 35 the rest of the year.
Yeah, I agree. It's you could and James Harden's a guy. He's been durable throughout his career for the most part. I mean, you've really been able to really run him.
His injuries seem to only pop up when he wants to get traded.
Right. So, and he looks great. I mean, he looks phenomenal. People joked around. He's a shapeshifter.
Listen,
he's a shapeshifter.
We all need.
You never know how to show up.
Anybody that needs to lose weight needs to speak to James Harden's, I guess, dietitian, trainer, someone like.
I don't know what he's doing, but
that man balloons up, and movie actors that change their body for roles don't morph as quick as he does.
No, he's ready. He's ready and willing and able. I am interested to see. I think the thing I'm most interested in, I'll be watching Doc closely this next 24 games.
Did you hear the report that came out about Doc?
No.
So he's this was apparently said amongst people at practice. This wasn't at like a press conference or anything, but he committed that he was going to have out of Maxey, Harris, Embiid, and Harden. Doc said that he's going to keep 2 of 4 of them on the court at all times. Now, let's see if he sticks to that. Because you can say
that's my thing. That's why I'm watching him. You have no reason not to do that.
But apparently he's a quote unquote on the record now as
Like,
that.
really, I simplify even more. Embiid or Harden should be on the court at all times. That should be at all times. One of those guys should be on the court. There's no reason why. Like, you got to stagger those guys. They're the ones I want to stagger the most. And then, because I don't want to ever see a Harris all bench lineup ever again. I never want to see that again.
Like, they do the hockey shift, or hockey change, isn't that what it is? The line?
Yeah, they really do. And then you throw Harrison as your starter, but Harris cannot carry a lineup. So now I want to see what it looks like with Maxey and Embiid, Harden and Maxey, Embiid and Harris in the bench. These are the type of lineups I want to see. And I listen, I'm gonna say again, I want to see Harden and Niang. I think Harden and Niang will be best friends instantly. Because all Niang wants to do, all George wants to do is go stand in the corner and shoot him some threes.
Is this a 7 or 8 o'clock tip off?
I think it might be an 8. It's at least 8. It may be an 8:30. I'll check that.
I'm all in on this game.
8 or 8:30.
Yeah, I'm all in on this game.
Oh yeah, this will be. Yeah, I'm not. Nothing moves when this game is on. I want to watch.
We're gonna have a full breakdown tomorrow.
Absolutely. But as the world turns, it's just we cannot seem to get away from Ben Simmons conversation. I said that we would only talk about this man when it was relevant. And, he gets traded a couple weeks ago. So obviously it was relevant then.
Did you see him on the bench?
Yesterday?
Yes.
No.
Yeah, he looked real comfortable in them street clothes with those
Steve Nash did come out with a report saying that
chains.
Durant will probably be back at some point this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Simmons will not. Simmons will they're having these intense workouts they want to put both of the guys do. Durant has already done one of those intense workouts, so I think he's close. Ben Simmons has yet to do one of the workouts yet. So they're being careful with him and cautious. I mean
the thing is we all know what it is. They're just trying to save face optically. What was the word of the day on Wednesday? Optics. So
the game is 8:10.
Oh, 8:10. Okay, I'll be I'm from 8:10 to about what 10:45 ish.
Yeah,
I'm dialed in.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves are coming off of they're playing the second part of a back-to-back. They played Memphis last night, which is Memphis is a tough team. So, all looking to a recipe for a dub, hopefully. But so Ben Simmons, the topic that won't go away. Danny Green, who really rarely says anything controversial. Rarely.
Really? I would take it the other way. I think he really rarely says anything of substance.
Right, but I'm saying he's not really a controversial guy. Like he's not a guy.
I mean, what do you mean? Like 2 months ago, he told the fan base to be better. Like, of course, he says things that get people riled up. That's what he does. It's because he's not a good basketball player.
Again, I feel like that's not an instant. You go throughout the entire career, Danny Green's not out here saying controversial things. Like, give me another Danny Green quote besides that. He's been in the league now for 10 plus years.
Yeah, I don't follow him enough when he was on other teams, but I just know that he said quite a few dumb things since he's been here.
Dumb and controversial are very different things. He doesn't really typically say a lot of controversial stuff. The comment of the fan stuff, that one, and then what I'm about to get into right now.
Yeah, man.
Is isolated incidents for him. In his career, generally he's quiet. But this is interesting because of those comments that he made over the summer. It's interesting because these directly contradict those comments. I thought it was interesting him talking about it because, I just did. It seemed to me like Danny Green, and maybe this was strategic. Maybe that he is a guy that was just trying to make Ben Simmons feel at home and trying to get him back. And maybe that's why he said that stuff over the summer. Maybe. But I found it interesting that he commented on the situation in the way that he did. For those of you that don't know, basically, I'm going to paraphrase here. he basically said that he feels that number one, if Simmons does play March 10th, which he doesn't think he will, if he does play March 10th, he doesn't see them shaking hands in the beginning. He talked about the fact that Drummond and Curry have had icy relationships with Ben Simmons when they were there, especially Curry. Also, he talked about the fact that he feels that Ben Simmons won't play because Ben Simmons doesn't like playing in Philly. Interesting stuff from a guy, and he said he feels like it's going to be a playoff. It'll be a playoff-like atmosphere down there, and he doesn't feel that will be good for Ben Simmons. Basically, 180 of what he was saying over the summer about the entire situation. Now, obviously, he's not part of the team anymore, but I don't know. It kind of caught me off guard, him going in this way on him. And maybe he gets to the point where, because really, a lot of these guys, and now I have to talk myself through it, you look at a guy like him who was outspoken over the summer. He was probably the main one, but he took a lot of bullets for Ben Simmons and being a defender of him and, coming at the fan base the way he did. He took a lot of bullets for that. And maybe he feels that he was out here trying to defend this kid and Ben Simmons did not have his back in the same way and pretty much just left him out here to twist in the wind. Maybe that's how he feels. And now now that he's gone, he's kind of saying how he really feels. I don't know. I can't answer that. Only Danny Green can answer that. I just thought the comments were interesting because, again, Danny Green, he hasn't really talked about Ben Simmons in months. And last time we really heard him talking about it, it was more of a positive spin on things. So it's interesting to see that he's the one to fire the shots on Ben Simmons. And basically, if you read into these quotes, he's basically daring Ben Simmons to come play March 10th. And if he's saying this, you got to feel the guys like Embiid, especially Embiid. They're kind of just like, yeah, we dare you. We double dog dare you to come play here March 10th. We don't think you're going to do it. We don't think you have the guts. That's basically, if you read into it, basically what he was saying. I don't believe Ben Simmons has the guts to show up here March 10th. Now, for me, I feel like if I was Ben Simmons, playing March 10th makes a lot of sense to me because get those
gotta get it over with.
Because there's a chance you see this team in the playoffs.
And what are you going to do? Not do that?
That could be your first time in here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think March 10th makes a lot of sense, but I don't know. But anyway, I just thought those comments were.
What do you think the position this puts Drum and Curry in?
Well, Curry actually, I haven't heard anything from Drummond. Right. And Curry kind of refute them, but he basically said it was kind of overblown. What else is he supposed to say? Like, oh yeah, I hate Ben Simmons. Like, I'm mad. I'm mad that he's here. Like, I'm mad that I'm here. I don't want to be here. Like, I was in a good situation in Philly, and now I'm not here because now I'm gone because like he.
Well, I can only imagine the texts that Danny Green had on his phone after that. Like, yo, why are you saying this about me?
Right. Yeah. I mean, because now you're yanking Curry and Drummond some mess.
How would you feel if you went to and did the show with somebody else?
Mm-hmm.
Right, you had somebody else doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I was over here being like, oh, while Marcus was here, all these other people he hated. He hated all these people, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I expect to see some very, very strong language on my phone from you upon getting back to it.
Because even if it's true, you've now thrown me under the bus and like I got to answer questions that I don't like. It's already an uncomfortable situation. Listen, it's no way in the world that Steph Curry and Andre Drummond are happy the way things went down. From what I heard, Andre Drummond was very happy here. Steph Curry was very happy here. Do you think they wanted to be traded? Absolutely not. They're making the best of the situation. What else are you supposed to do? It's a business. They have to do what they have to do. But it's no way in the world they were happy with the situation of being sent and packaged up in this deal for a malcontent that didn't want to be here. And now all of a sudden Ben's out there skipping around, hanging out with Kyle Korver, working on his shooting. His mental state is all of a sudden just this present state of mind. It's one of those things where there has to be ill will, but it wasn't right for Danny Green to throw that ill will out there. We need to hear it. We need the content, but they did. I'm sure he's not happy that they did that.
No, and I mean, on top of all that, now they're stuck living in Brooklyn.
Right. All right. Well, on the line with us right now, back after a week absence. Glad to have her back. National Lacrosse League, ESPN sideline reporter, Eagles postgame show, ABC.com. Devin Caney on the line. What's up, Devin?
Hello. What's wrong with Brooklyn, Justin?
It's New York.
Brooklyn today.
Okay.
Brooklyn today is not. Like, Brooklyn 15 years ago was a vibe. Brooklyn today,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on up there now.
Yeah, I haven't been to Brooklyn in a while. I will say I was in New York City for the first time in a while, like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, it's terrible here. Like, why did I ever live here? It's the word. I never want to live there again. So
Yeah,
I do get it, I guess. But I thought Brooklyn was a little bit better than like Manhattan, you know?
Yeah, I've always thought New York was overrated as a place to like be. I'll go visit there and hang out, but like I couldn't imagine actually living there.
It's literally just like concrete overstuffed into an area that's way too small and like way too many people just stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, that's a great
Not great.
explanation. Yes, that's why I'm out. So guys, I did a thing. Okay.
Oh boy.
I don't know why I did this, but I'm glad I did. Okay. So yesterday, had a little time. I went back and watched Game 7, Sixers Hawks.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself?
I knew that was the question you were to ask. I just wanted to see if anything from my perspective had changed. And it has. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm going to open it up to both of you guys.
Okay.
When do you guys think, and no cheating, no phones, Devin Caney, no phones, Justin Emery. When do you guys think the Ben Simmons dunk incident happened? What time would you say it happened?
It's like I thought it was the very end of the game, fourth
No,
quarter.
I think it was maybe 4 minutes left.
And Devin, you said the end of the game?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many minutes, but definitely like later in the fourth quarter. Not like a second left, maybe like 2 minutes.
See, that's what I thought. Justin, you're closer at the 4 minute mark. Would
Really?
you believe that happened with 3 minutes left in the game?
Mhm.
3 minutes left in the game.
Because
Well,
the
you know what?
score the thing is, when it happened, the score wasn't outrageous. Both teams were still in the 80s. So
Yeah,
it wouldn't have been that late in the game with both teams still in the 80s.
right. But it felt like that was the end of the game. You know what's crazy watching it back? The biggest play of the game for me wasn't that play. That wasn't for me. That was obviously egregious, and our frustration level with Simmons escalated. But the biggest play of that game for me was the Thibault smacking Kevin Huerter in the head. At that point, it's 94-92. You're down one. The momentum is back on your side, and Thibault goes for the behind block and smacks Huerter right in the head. He hits 3 free throws. Then the very next possession is when Embiid turns the ball over and Gallinari gets a breakaway dunk. Game over.
Mm-hmm.
So now I bring that up because I understand. Listen, I'm not absolving Ben Simmons at all of anything. Don't get me wrong. Let's not get crazy. I get it. But do you guys now think about this? Well, Justin, you had the time frame a little higher, but Devin, so I guess I'll pose it more to you. Now, did you first blamed? I know you blamed, like we all did, Ben Simmons for that entire series, and a lot of it, we talked about part 1A of that was the bench not being able to hold leads. That was a huge part of it. Simmons didn't perform, but does that change your perspective just a little bit of maybe why, at least for the offseason this year, he was so upset. Like, why are you guys blaming me for all of this when this happened, this happened, this happened?
I mean, I don't want to say I understood where Ben Simmons was coming from because I still think he just mishandled it, the entire situation, and let it get way too out of hand, to say the least. But like, I knew that. Like Matisse Thybulle, don't get me wrong, he's probably my favorite Sixer. I mean, outside of James Harden now. I knew that he didn't have a great game. Tobias Harris had a terrible series. I think a lot of people were responsible. Doc's all bench unit, how he refuses to like stagger guys going in and out. Like, there's so many things to blame. I think it's easy to say. Well, I don't know.
Really, if you think about it, like we blamed that entire series on him. We didn't really like.
What was the score? What was the score when the Ben thing happened?
103-96 was the final.
What was it?
103-96. But that really, the game was over with that Gallinari dunk.
But that happened after the Ben Simmons thing,
right? So it was 80. It was 88-86 Hawks. Simmons has the open dunk. He turns it. He passes the Thybulle. Thybulle hits 1 free throw to make it 88-87. Trae Young comes down, hits a 3, that long 3. Then they open it up a little bit. They score. Then Sixers score. I think Tobias gets a layup. It's 91-89. Hawks score 93-89.
You're giving me PTSD right now. You're giving me PTSD right now. I don't have my camera on, but I literally, as you're saying this, just like put my head in my hands.
So I believe the Sixers get a 3-point play to make 93-92. Something, or no, I'm sorry. Ben Simmons goes to the line. He hits 1 or 2. Then they get a bucket to make it 93-92. So here's the point
but the Ben Simmons missed layup was like a turning point. I think that's why he gets a lot of the blame too. But like, people forget Matisse made that pass too. So like, I don't know. I never thought that it was all Ben Simmons' fault. It was more so for me, like the handling of everything and the fact that he did need to learn to shoot and like clearly had something going on like with the yips. I don't know. Right. I don't know what else to call it.
Listen, I'm not absolving him of anything. I'm just strictly pointing out that there were so many things that went wrong from game 4 to game 7 to get to that point. But we focused on him because we were so furious with him over everything that kind of happened the past 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that it even went to game 7 was an issue. That series should not have gone to game 7. So
remember, so they blow them out game 3. Game 4, they're up by 18.
Yeah.
They blow that lead. Then game 5, they're up by 26, blow that lead. They win game 6, and then game 7 happens. So yeah, I mean, and in game 1, they almost came back and won that game when they were down like 25 in the first quarter. But it was a mess from the opening tip, pretty much the entire series. But were you able to hear Danny Green's comments on Ben Simmons and everything's going on with him, maybe coming back here March 10th?
So I didn't hear them like from Danny Green, like from, I think it was his podcast, his radio show. Mm-hmm. I think he said he doesn't think Ben Simmons is going to play. I did see like there was drama about it on Twitter yesterday. Yeah.
So I'm going to paraphrase. Basically what he said was, number one, if there's a handshake in the beginning of the game, he doesn't think there'll be a handshake in the beginning of the game. And he also said that he doesn't believe he'll play March 10th based on the fact that Ben doesn't like playing in Philly. He feels like if he does play, it'll be a playoff-like atmosphere, which won't be good for him. And he also said that when Curry and Drummond were here, they did not have a great relationship with Ben Simmons at all.
Well, I mean, first of all, when is March 10th? I mean, that's in a couple of weeks.
It is.
I just read an article that said Ben Simmons is still likely not going to play for a few weeks. Like the fact that this guy is just never going to play basketball again. Second of all, if he doesn't like playing in Philly, who cares? Like he's not our problem anymore. Like that sucks for the Nets if you have a player who just straight up refuses to play in one market because he could have to play here again in the playoffs and they'll certainly need him then. Right. So I don't care about handshakes or whatnot like that. And again, I think that's honestly all the Nets problem at this point. The Sixer, he's not a Sixer anymore. So handshake, no handshake, booze, no booze. Like, they got to figure the Ben Simmons situation out now. It's not our problem anymore.
It's interesting you say that because I am having a hard time letting this go. And I feel like for me, and I don't know how you feel about this, is that like I feel like he will forever be a top. We will always, even if we don't admit it, we'll always be watching him in his career. It's like Carson Wentz. Like Carson Wentz this past year, I had my eye on there. I mean, obviously we were invested because of the pick, but even if the pick wasn't involved, I still would have been kind of watching what he's doing. It's like an ex. You always kind of
You don't follow each other on Instagram, but you still look sometimes.
Listen, I've said it on the show before. Like when you break up, the competition starts. You're not gonna say it, but it's a competition. I want to win. Yeah. I want to be better than you. That's how it goes. 100%. So like that's what it is with Ben. With me, like I will be watching him and eating up every little story. Because at the end of the day, we want to be right. We want to be proven right. It's going to be salt in the wound if he goes to Brooklyn and becomes successful. Like, even watching the clip of him shooting with Kyle Korver, although we've seen plenty of these type of clips throughout the years with him, it still was like, if he develops a jump shot now in Brooklyn, I swear to God.
Well, look, so, like, I think it is going to suck if he comes out. And like, I'm sure Ben Simmons, if he actually plays ever, I'm sure he'll have some good games. Like, is he going to develop a jump shot? I don't know. But I feel like people forget that he was good, especially defensively. They might not use him the way that the Sixers are trying to use him. I don't want to be one of those people that's like, oh, the Sixers just misused Ben and blah, 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 blah. But he's bound to have a few good games, and it's going to suck. It's like when Carson Wentz had a few good games this past season. And like, it hurts. But then at the end of the day, I think the Eagles still won because we got the pick and then they ended up messing up. And now Carson Wentz might not even be on the Colts next year. So like, I don't know. I don't want to root for someone to like fail miserably, but it's going to be hard. Like I would hate to see Ben Simmons get a ring. Like that would be very painful.
Gosh.
That would not be fun.
Oh, that's the equivalent of seeing your ex snatched out of the club.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No.
So that's like the equivalent of like seeing your ex, like having your ex break up with you because they can't commit to you, and then seeing that they're getting married like a month later.
Oh, yeah.
Like that is that equivalent.
Gut punch.
So March 10th is 2 weeks from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to play.
I don't think so.
He's not going to play. He's not going to play.
I said
is that he eventually has to. What are you going to just not play in Philly till next year? What are you going to do? Sit out the playoffs if they play here?
But Justin, do you realize that's the same conversation that we had all season? What's he going to do? Just not play? And then he didn't. He didn't play. So he was straight up like bet.
That's true.
And he didn't do it.
He didn't do it. You know what? 4 more years left on his deal, which means at minimum he has 8 more games left that he has to play in Philly plus playoffs.
Yeah, I believe when this contract is up, he's going out to LA. That's his end goal.
So after LeBron is finished blowing up the Lakers, they're going to use Ben Simmons to build around.
Yep,
that's going to be awesome.
After LeBron, I think LeBron. What he's done to the Lakers, it looks like the Donda house, just on fire and burning.
It's not good.
With the Lakers,
it's not good.
Not good at all. So let's get positive second, Devin. Let me get your opinion on this. From a scale of 1 to Christmas Eve at 3 years old, how excited are you for tonight, the debut of the Beard?
I'm so excited. I have a friend coming into town actually from Toronto, and she's a sports reporter and she covers the Raptors. So bringing her kind of into enemy territory, but I'm going to a bar in South Philly to watch. I'm super, super pumped for that. Nice. But I always get a little bit nervous for games when there's a lot of pressure. Now, like, as a Philly sports fan, I feel like I'm conditioned to like a Ben Simmons doesn't do well under pressure. Like Jalen Hurts sometimes didn't do well under pressure. So I know it's James Harden. It's a different case here, but I'm like, oh my God, what if like we suck? Like, what if we get blown out or like
Evan, I don't like this attitude.
Like,
Won't
but well, no. I'm talking about
Making me
like what happened
sad.
with like the Celtics, like when it was Harden's first game, like he wasn't playing, but he was watching, and we like got embarrassed. Like we got it back the next game, but like I don't know. I always just get nervous when like a really big deal is made out of games because I'm like, oh God, please, basically like please don't embarrass us in front of the host.
after
please.
It won't happen this time because
after you're done doing
Embiid-
the segment.
well, the thing is, Embiid rises to the challenge.
Yeah, he's excited.
Harden is going to rise. Like they're not going to lose this game.
Okay.
And if they,
And they're only
do, like, I'm
only,
not like
it's only minus 2.5. Just you can. They're going to beat Minnesota by double digits. You can rack that.
Okay.
and they could, but even if they
that
don't,
makes me feel better.
even if they don't, that's not the end goal here. This is a mission. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I just need Harden on the court. I need him to look well. I need Embiid to look well. That's all I care about. And if they look well, they're probably going to win the game. But it's all about getting ready, getting Embiid and Harden integrate each other. But I want you after we're done here to go to Twitter. I'm sure the video is still up, and just watch yesterday James Harden just drain consecutive threes in a row
Yeah.
with his shapeshifter body.
And Minnesota
It
just
does
had to
for sure.
deal with the Grizzlies last night.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
Yep. Absolutely. So, Devin, are you a Little Debbie fan? The snacks?
Honestly, I don't know if I've like maybe when I was younger I had some, but like I feel like being from Philly, we eat like tasty cake, not like little.
Little Debbie. Come on, bro. Little Debbie is a staple of the
But
lunchbox.
give me an example. Like what's?
Well, I'm going to give you a lot of examples. I'm going to give you a lot of
Okay.
examples. Little Debbie, this came out on Twitter the other day. What is the greatest Little Debbie product of all time? Okay. So I'm going to open this up to both of you, obviously. So we got the Nutty Buddy, the oatmeal cream pies. We got the Little Debbie tiny glazed donuts. Huge item right there. The honey buns. We got the chocolate cupcakes with the cream in the middle. Cosmic brownies. Remember the brownies with the little the dots on them, top of them?
Mm-hmm.
Good item. The powdered mini donuts. The Christmas tree cakes. I don't know anything about. Oh, yes, I do. I remember those.
What are you talking?
Oh, the Christmas tree cakes. I forgot about those. The zebra cakes. Then we have the chocolate marshmallow pies out.
Yeah, they're okay.
Then we have the frosted chocolate donuts, the Swiss rolls, and the birthday cakes, little mini birthday cakes.
Question:
Yes.
the what was it? The swirl rolls you said? Are those the
Which
vanilla?
rolls?
Are those the vanilla or the strawberry ones?
No, these are the chocolate Swiss rolls with the vanilla cream on the inside. It has the layer like a bridge, and then it has the rest of the cream is in the inside of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they make strawberry ones too.
Strawberry did not make the list.
No, all right.
No. So where do you?
Sounds
so
like
what's your
everything
favorite?
you listed is like also a tasty cake thing. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Yes, but
Not
I-
Royal, okay?
not the Nutty Bar. The Nutty
the Nutty Buddy is strictly Little Debbie, and does Tasty Cake do the cosmic brownies with the sprinkle on top?
No.
I don't think they do that.
No, and I don't. So my answer to this is going to be the oatmeal whoopie pies because like I do like those, and I don't think
I love how you
Tasty
went
Cake
whoopie
does
pie.
those. Love a good whoopie pie. Pro tip: if you guys ever go to a Whole Foods, their like bakery section, they
Mhm.
make the best whoopie pies, like homemade, so good.
Justin, what about you? Where are you going on this look?
Oh man. So
It is hard for me.
it's
I got two that I can't get rid of.
yeah. I've narrowed it down to two: the zebra cakes
It's strong.
and the Nutty Buddy.
Yeah, the Nutty
What
Buddy.
is the Nutty Buddy? What is that? What is that?
It's kind of like a peanut butter Twix bar.
Yes,
Oh,
it's so
okay.
good.
It-
And
into
it's
that.
more wafery. It's
Okay.
more wafery than a Twix, but it's so good.
Okay.
Like you need to
I need
have
to
a
check it out.
beverage nearby. It's very important to have a beverage
Yes.
because
like
that.
go to any Dollar Tree and go
Yes.
to their snack section, and they got a box of 6.
Okay.
See, I love.
And
See, I'm
don't
going
do what I
Nutty
do, and don't eat the whole box on your ride home.
Buddy.
The whole box. Oh my god.
Listen. I sometimes I can't control myself.
Mhm.
Sometimes,
Most of the time.
yo,
I
I
grew
go.
up with a tasty cake, the chocolate cupcakes with the cream in the middle, or like their little like candy cake things every single day. And honestly, sometimes when I'm at a store and I see them, I'll just like, they're like 50 cents. I'll buy one, and it's hard to have self-control. So I get it.
See, I like
when I worked at WIP, they would have the tasty cake rack there. Every single day, I would eat probably half a box.
Yeah.
The candy cakes, man. I don't like anything with cream in the middle. I'm out.
What?
Oh, see, no, you need that. You need that for like the moisture. Like that's how I feel about donuts too.
You remember that gum they used to make? We still might have it too. The gum that like has the juice in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Ew,
I hate that gum. Weird.
What kind of gum you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like
that doesn't sound good.
No, it has like juice in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And like
kind of almost like
works out.
Almost like Gushers gum.
Yeah, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
But honey buns is for me is Nutty Buddy and the honey buns, not the honey buns with the frosty on top. The honey buns with the glaze on top.
The thing is, this is the Christmas tree is just a zebra cake in different shape.
Facts. It's a shapeshifter cake.
Yeah, so really they're the same thing. It's just, you want it in Christmas tree shape or do you want it in zebra shape?
I want it in zebra shape. If I'm doing a zebra cake, I want the whole experience. Give me the all year cake. I don't want the 1 month cake.
I might go to Giant today and get a pack of it.
You ever been? I've been to friends' houses that like they got the Christmas cakes in there in like July. I'm like, bro, what? This has been sitting here for 7 months. Gross. Throw this out. Can't be snacking on this.
Is this a bad time to tell you then that I just the other day finished off some Reese's Christmas trees?
It's not a bad time.
No, because the Christmas trees they're so much better than like regular Reese's. Everyone knows that.
Thank you.
So no judgment.
All
Wait,
right,
what is it? Shouldn't it be like their Easter one now? What's their Easter one? The eggs.
The eggs.
The chocolate eggs?
Chocolate eggs, yeah.
The Reese's, any Reese's like specially shaped
the pumpkin
candy is good. But I have to shout out 2 kinds of my favorite candies like all year round, but they only come out around Easter. Cadbury mini eggs. So I could eat an entire bag of those things. If you've never tried them, you have like they're like the candy coated. They're so good. And then Love a Good just cream egg. I could eat those all day. So good.
Has either one of your grandmas ever gotten you that giant bunny? Like the huge chocolate bunny?
Oh, yeah, but it's always like trash chocolate. You like don't eat.
Yeah, it's not good. It lasts forever.
It's like,
I mean,
yeah.
Like, I used to be like made to eat it. Like you have to finish the whole thing.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's
God.
Or you have to like August.
I need my chocolate in like small doses. So
you have to put it in the fridge or it goes bad. So then you have to chop it off with a knife, and then you're biting the thing, and it's like hurting your teeth.
You have to like bite it with your back teeth, and you have like chocolate everywhere. Yeah.
Come on, Grandma, do better. Hater, love it.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
All right. So we got 7 stories for today.
Okay.
We'll start locally. Okay, this popped up across my my timeline the other day. Are we all in agreement that mozzarella stick is one of the top appetizers to order?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you know what's top level is the mozzarella wedges.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
see, no, I just
next
gotta go
level.
classic stick. But what you can't like wedges are good too. But like I 9 times out of 10 I'm taking stick.
And the mozzarella, have you had that? Like you go to a nicer restaurant and have like the mozzarella blocks?
Yeah.
Blah,
Sure.
like fried.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like they're bigger. It's like a brick of mozzarella with
It's like they almost take like the
yeah.
cheese that you'd see like at the grocery store and just
yeah.
sort of chopping it up into sticks. It's just kind of
That's my jam.
Well, right in North Jersey, let me get the name of this place. The Brookdale in Bloomfield, New Jersey, has a 1 pound mozzarella stick on their appetizer menu. Yes, 1 pound.
1 pound?
1 pound. It's $20.
Wow. I would crush that.
I was going to go yesterday, but I wanted to explain the story today, so that way when I go next week, you guys will know what I'm talking about.
As a man who loves cheese, I'm in.
It's just one giant 1 pound mozzarella stick. It looks delicious.
I mean, it sounds awesome.
You
They
have
look
to like keep us updated because I might be concerned for your health and well-being when you try to eat that. But like I fully support it.
Listen, the extravagant things that I have eaten, believe me, a 1 pound mozzarella stick is not going to take
You're gonna need to have a side of broccoli with that.
That's fine. I like broccoli. At a rest stop outside of Indianapolis, I ate a whole 30 pack of White Castle burgers. I needed someone to give me that. I was just driving. I said, I'm hungry. I pulled over, went to White Castle, got me one.
I mean, but they're tiny anyway, so
that's 30 burgers, Devin. Okay.
But how many White Castle burgers equals one? Because they're like the patties are so thin.
Yeah. No, I got out of my car, I walked over, got in the passenger seat of my car so I could stretch out a little bit, and I ate all 30 burgers while I sat there and I just hung out at this rest stop outside Indianapolis.
See, I like to keep when I'm eating in my car, I like to keep moving because I don't want to be judged or shamed.
No,
I like to be make sure I'm moving.
Do you know how far of a drive it is from Philly to Indianapolis?
No.
Far.
Long, yeah.
Long and far. Probably about a good 10, 11 hours.
I feel like people don't talk enough about how dangerous it is to eat and drive because I've tried to do it so many times, especially with like a Wawa hoagie. And it's hard. It's hard. You can't do it, especially when you're on a highway. Well, yeah. So like,
now,
I used to.
A hoagie, or you're getting something like a meatball sandwich where like the sauce could drip out. Like that's a problem.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm the messiest eater in the world, so I'm just talking like regular hoagie, like an Italian or like a turkey hoagie. I will find a way, even if it's like the cleanest food you can eat, I will find a way to spill it regardless. But eating something like that, so like I used to live in DC, so I would do that drive all the time, and there were like Wawas up and down 95.
All over the
but
place.
When you're on 95, you're going so fast and attempting to eat a freaking Wawa hoagie while you're doing that every time. And I'm the same way, Mark. It's like I don't have time to like stop and eat in like a parking lot. Like, no, I'm gonna like go on my way.
Right.
But every time I'm like, this is how I go. She was attempting to eat a Wawa hoagie that was too much for her while she was driving and got distracted.
That's how it happened.
Well, the 95 stretch from Philly to DC is one of the wildest roads anyway that they're able to start off with. So
yeah,
agreed.
It's insane.
So second one we got. Did anybody see the video? I believe it came out maybe on Sunday or Monday, floating around on social media, of a reporter. He's getting ready to do a live hit, and his mom shows up behind him on camera, distracting him while he's trying to do it. And his videographer caught the whole thing on camera. He's trying to do a live hit, and he's like, "Hold on, my mom's here." He's like, "Mom, you're in the middle of my shot. I'm trying to get this on camera."
I didn't see this.
You did not?
I saw it and I loved it. It made me so happy.
It's all over Twitter. So
I sent it to my mom because wait, what is are we loving it or hating it or?
I hate it. I'm trying to do my job, Mom. Come on.
I love it because I thought it was cute. And
what was
my mom is, like, everyone knows like when you.
Well, no, she was she was in the car, but she was like, you know, like that's my son, like getting all excited about it. And he's like,
I don't think it was intentional. Like, I feel like she just pulled up behind him and he was like, "Oh, that's my mom." And she's like, "Oh, hey, baby."
It was just mom doing mom things.
Yeah.
All right.
He's like, "Mom, I'm on camera and you got to move. You're holding up traffic."
Did you see the girl that got hit by the car?
Yes.
Yes. That was insane. That was not, everyone thought it was hilarious. And like that, it made me so mad. And so many other people who.
You know, she was from Plymouth Meeting.
Yes. Yeah. I did know that. And she, like, the fact she kept her composure and like got back after it was wild. I would have just been laying there crying.
But the fact that they like held her shot and like,
why did they go talking? Why did they cut the camera? Like that was
a commercial.
Yeah,
not even a commercial. Go back to the studio.
Go to the hospital.
Yeah,
anywhere but live shot.
Yeah. So this is in upstate New York. A man is fighting with the local county ordinances about whether his pig is an emotional support animal or classified as livestock.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
He wants it classified, obviously, as an emotional support animal. It lives in his house. He has a bed for it and everything.
Well, does it matter either way? Like, does he get to keep it even if it's livestock?
The neighbors are complaining about it. It's an issue with the neighbors. They want it classified as livestock and basically having to go and live in the rural nowhere or get it sliced maybe for some fresh bacon. But either way, he's up against some local ordinances that says he cannot have a pig living inside of his house.
I mean, listen, this is a now farmer-friendly show after our boy Rose got his cow.
Yeah, forgot about that. Yeah.
And he's now also, I mean, Devin, I think you should know this, that my future home, the compound, now will have a farm.
Yes.
is written. Talk to my wife. She's kind of on board, but she's gonna be on board. It's fine. Don't worry.
She'll get there.
You got time to acquire the farms. You got time to work to make it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. And so this is a farmer-friendly show. So yeah, I love it.
Right.
Yeah, I love it too. I wish that I could be like a pure vegetarian because like I've heard that pigs are actually incredibly smart and make good house pets. So I think that man should be able to keep his pig if he wants.
Listen, it's the bacon for me. I'm not giving up bacon for nobody.
I don't like bacon. It's my hot take. I don't like it. Sausage over bacon any day. Any day.
Now, I'm a pork roll over bacon guy.
Oh yeah, pork roll too.
So
Did you say sausage over bacon?
yeah, I can't agree with sausage, but I'll give you pork
11
roll.
times out of 10. Pork roll's good too. I'll say that,
I'll
but
give you
not
pork
like
roll.
regular bacon. No.
Who's making your bacon?
I'm not a big fan of breakfast sauces, like Italian sausage or something like that. I like that. I'm not a big fan of breakfast sauce.
I like the circle breakfast sausage over the links.
Yeah. So like, I mean, like I really only eat like bacon or sausage if it's in like a breakfast sandwich. So I always do sausage, egg, and cheese. Like and it's like the flat circular sausage. It's good.
Yeah, circular sausage is really, really good.
Yeah.
Sausage.
So there's a Thai restaurant in Vegas that is under the microscope right now. A lot of customers are claiming that they've been lacing their food with THC and getting everybody stoned at the restaurant.
What?
After a bunch of customers claim that they do not partake and have tested positive after taking drug tests.
This is the land of the poppy seeds.
So I have driven past this restaurant many times. I've never been there, but I think I might need to go.
Is this
now.
illegal? Like, I mean, it's a problem, right? It's like a crime.
Yeah, that sounds like highly
it's gotta
illegal.
definitely be a crime.
Definitely a felony.
Yeah.
Wait, I know we talk about shows a lot. Have either of you guys watched this show called Yellow Jackets?
No, what's that?
Okay, well, that's your next assignment because you should. It's so good. It's newer. It's on Showtime, and it's basically about this soccer team and their plane crashes in the wilderness, and it's like features all these old '90s stars. But point is, there's a scene where like this girl basically gives everyone shrooms without telling them, and they all start like a lot of shrooms, and they all start like tripping out. And I would be really mad if that happened to me. So
Yeah, that's not cool. Like if I say I'm in, then of course. But like,
right, like I get to decide.
I need to decide.
when I do that.
We sound like an after school special right now.
Should I incriminate myself real quick?
Mm.
No, I don't know what you're
Please.
about to say, but no,
I love that I'm immediately like, yeah.
no, absolutely not. I don't know what's about to happen. No, are you confessed to a felony?
They were my friends, and they were okay with it. We've since mended bridges,
I don't want to talk about this any further. No.
but it may have been extremely, extremely similar to what the story that Devin just.
Wait, is it E?
No, it's not you.
No, E. I know it's not me.
Oh,
Marcus,
is it what?
Is it me?
Bro. Is it what?
Is it E?
No, it's basically the exact story Devin just told.
Okay. It's terrible. Shame on you.
They
I'd be
deserved it
so
for what they
mad.
did, though. They
I'd
deserved
be
it.
so mad.
Justin, I think I mentioned this to you, but Devin, I don't know if I mentioned this to you. You guys both should check out. If I didn't say it to you, Devin, I mean to you, Justin. I'm saying it right now. The Uber show on
Oh, yeah, we talked about this.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is playing the guy who discovered Uber.
The Uber show. What's it called?
It's not the Uber show. I don't know why I called it that. I forget the name of it, but it's
Billions?
about the guy.
No. It's about the like the guys that founded Uber.
Right. And their story.
Oh.
Their story apparently is like wild. Like this guy apparently is a wild man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was him and it's called Oh, it's just called the Uber Story.
Oh, I was close. The Uber show.
Yeah, the Uber Story.
Yeah, but it looks really, really
Yeah,
good.
it is. No, those guys have a wild origin story.
Have you guys watched Inventing Anna? Because it's like a
I have
similar,
not
like
gotten into that yet. My wife started watching it,
it's
and she
wild.
says it's really good. But I saw the trailer, and the trailer is great. I definitely want to get to it.
Yeah.
And by the way,
Justin, I need a Game of Thrones update.
I was about to say, so Jon Snow came back to life. He just executed the people that killed him,
Yeah.
and that was the last episode. I think it's episode
What
3 or
episode
4.
is that?
3 or 4.
He
Okay.
came back to life.
It's a long story, but yes.
The last, like, I want to say, well, first of all, as I've said, every episode in season 6 of Game of Thrones is just, it's the best season of television ever made.
Yeah, the Khaleesi just got to that like area where the other wives are stuck at. So
right.
she just got taken there.
Mhm.
And it looks like they're about to from the way that it appears to happen, it looks like they're about to go and butcher all the priests.
I know like what parts you're talking about. Can't confirm or deny that will happen. I want to say that the last like 3 episodes of this season are unreal. I don't want to say the name of the episode. I want to say it's second to last or third to last is, in my opinion, like the best episode of television ever made. Like nothing has ever made me have such like an emotional reaction. It's so friggin' stressful. And like, you'll know it when you see it. You'll be like, this is the episode everyone's talking about. Where like, I was sweating, I was shaking, like watching it happen. Not happen live, but like when it aired. So
yeah,
please keep me updated on it.
Yeah. And who's the youngest Stark? Rickon, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just like took him to the guy who killed his dad.
To the bastard,
I forget what his name is.
Who had Sansa.
Yeah, they just took him and the wildling woman and just like unveiled them to him.
Yeah.
Like the Bolton kid, I forget what his name is.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, no, he's a terrible human being.
I forget his name.
I think it begins with an R.
Oh my god.
Rob?
No, Rob's dead.
There's a Rob?
There is a Rob and he's dead. He's been dead.
Because he's, oh my god, I can't remember his name, but he's like the worst villain. Like they, you know how like they keep getting worse and worse.
Ramsay,
and then Ramsay. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, no, he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
So next we have so this is over in England. We're crossing the pond, going over to England. There was a dog that ran away from home. And they found him on the shore banks, but he was stuck in the mud and couldn't quite get out. So what they did is they cooked up a bunch of sausages, attached it to a drone, and had him chase the drone out of danger back home.
So he wasn't actually stuck; he was just scared.
I mean, like they said he was like let me read the exact quote from it. The situation turned severe when he was seen stuck on the embankment with high tide rising. So what they did is they cooked up. It was a crazy idea, but we came up with an act to decide cook a bunch of sausages, tie it to the drone, and the rescue team calculated the weight of the vehicle, how fast it could go, and they basically lured the dog out. And there's pictures of it with sausage tied to this like.
It's an elaborate thought process. Like, who came up with that idea?
I mean, they're over in
England. What we're going to do? We're going to take some sausages, connect to a drone. We're going to fly it. And it's going to be fine.
Well, it worked out for him.
It worked out. Yeah, like love it because it worked out, but like hate it because I wish they had a better way. Like, what if that didn't work out?
While cooking a sausage. And like sitting there waiting for the sausages to be cooked, it's so aggressive, the idea.
While we're on the topic, I should probably mention, I love that I'm saying this on air. I'm going to London next week, so I will not be on the show next Friday, unfortunately. But if there's a dog that needs saving, I will tie sausages to a drone and save it.
Yeah, cook those sausages up, get those drones flying.
Make sure it happens. So I know I tagged Marcus in this on Twitter the other day. Devin, I'm sure you saw it because it's been flying around everywhere. I believe this is going to probably took place somewhere in Alabama, Arkansas,
Oh
Mississippi.
my gosh, yes.
Yep, something like that.
Story.
So one set of twins married another set of
Oh.
twins. Yep. You already know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Had kids.
Hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't even need to say anything else.
I hate it.
Technically, by
So
the letter
much.
of the law, they are cousins. However, biologically,
Wait, they're cousins?
yes, because two sets of brothers married two sets of sisters and each had a kid. So they're cousins. But because both sets of parents are twins, biologically, they're brothers.
Ew.
Yeah, it's
It's a great time for the music to end, too.
I hate it. I hate it a lot.
there's nothing to love here.
No.
Like you get listen, I feel like there's been situations where you're your brother ends up dating something like that kind of could happen, but the marriage and the living together and now we got kids, it's a lot.
Oh, yeah, they live together, too. I forgot to mention that. That's weird.
Really
Like,
weird.
so both couples live together?
All 6 people live under the same house.
No
say-
good.
No. I don't like that.
Nothing to like there. Nothing to love. Nothing to love.
You
Not
can
really.
imagine what the jokes were saying in the replies.
Yeah,
And I'm not saying it, but I'm thinking it.
the jokes were going off.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, they're
Sure.
yeah. I think they're I don't want to ever enter that house. I don't think good things go in the house.
No.
Wild things are taking place in there, and I don't want to be a part of it.
This is going to be the next Waco incident. I'm not going anywhere near there.
No, yeah, stay out of there. Well, Devin, have a safe trip.
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun in London.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hard in time tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Positive vibes out of you. You sounded a little negative, a little neggy.
No, guys. I just like to, prepare myself for the worst.
Okay.
Prepare for the worst, hope for the best,
Well, if anybody's interested in making a little bit of money on the game, they're only -2.5 on FanDuel. But if you take them for a double-digit win, they're +370. So if you want to make some dollars, you can go lock that double-digit win up tonight. That's a fact.
Wait. How many let's talk about hardened points though. Do you think a lot of people are going to be betting on that? Would you?
No, because I
don't know what it's going to look like.
Right.
I feel like it's going to be similar to when he was playing really well in Brooklyn last year. I think it's going to be like that. But his points are down because he's playing more of a traditional point guard.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's also going to be his first game back. So
right. I can see him. I can see him scoring low 20s tonight with high assist numbers. I see him.
The line has actually moved to 3. It opened at 1.5. I wish I would have got it then. So as far as Harden goes, right now they're not even offering any points for him.
Oh wow. Well, yeah, they probably have nothing to.
I'd say it's safe to say, 17, 18, something like that is a fair guess.
Yeah, I would take I would take up to 22. To 22 is reasonable. Anything of he's not going 35 tonight. No. I think 22 is reasonable. Embiid, I would go over 30.
Yeah, Embiid is going to
because he's playing against Cat.
Yeah,
how he feels about Cat.
Yes, he likes Cat, but he likes to embarrass Cat even more.
Yes, yes. So he's definitely going to be. And Cat's a really bad defender.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great He's a great shooter, but he's a terrible defender. So Embiid's going to be doing whatever he wants for about 48 minutes.
He plays the let's take up space defense.
Yes. All right, Devin. Again, have a safe trip. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Good.
Devin Caney hopping on.
Mm-hmm.
3 hours.
Yeah, she was on for a good 40 minutes.
Yeah, love it. I love that. All right, so
there was one more I forgot to get to during that real quick. Missouri State Police sent out a alert that it meant to just be a test so they could check out their new text alert system. Well, they accidentally put out a report that there was the Batmobile was loose in Gotham City, and people started freaking out thinking that there was a place in Missouri called Gotham City. So people were freaking out that something was happening in this little town.
Oh
And
my
in
god,
reality, they were just trying to run a test of the statewide new text alert system.
that's hilarious. Well, I love it. I love the fact that there's a town called Gotham City. That's pretty cool.
So, but that sums up your hate it or love it for 225. It was funny. Devin was like, you know, you guys won't. She'll be in London or in England. She won't be here for the show next week. And I just thought about Magic Johnson. I'm not gonna be here. So let's. You got anything else before we pay some bills real quick?
Now let's take a break.
All right.
And on the other side, we'll talk a little Troy Aikman
Yes.
and discuss that.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll see what else happens. Bribing in the morning. Mark's Brown December. We'll be right back.
Looking for authentic Mexican food close to home? Great news. District Taco is just around the corner in Abington, Pennsylvania, and they'd love to fiesta with you. Offering delicious fish tacos, a California burrito stuffed with guac, steak, fries, and chipotle mayo, plus sweet, crispy churros. District Taco has it all. Try out the newest location and come back for more. Get 10% off your first in-app order with promo code BREMI10. Always fresh, always Mexican. District Taco.
Relationship can be tough, and finding that special someone can be even tougher. So when it's time to make a decision on what to do with the ring, you don't want to have that be tough too, right? Hi, I'm Marcus Brown. I'd like to talk to you guys, my friends at Vans Jewelers, located at 13 South York Road in the heart of Hatboro. Back in 2017, when I decided to get engaged, there was only one choice for me. Going into Vans Jewelers, I was quite nervous, but they put me at ease right away with their friendly staff and their easy selection. They have selections for any budget. Rings, watches, chains, earrings, you name it, they got it. They also offer free ultrasonic cleaning and stone checks on any ring. Vans Jewelers also provides cleanings while you wait every Tuesday through Friday. What else do you want? You can't beat it. Go see my friends at Vans Jewelers, located again at the heart of Hatboro, 13 South York Road.
Justin here. Let me tell you about my friends over at Beef Jerky Outlet. A family-owned business, Sharon and Michael have the best jerky around. They have a huge selection to choose from, but always make sure to try my personal favorite, the Honey Barbecue Turkey Jerky. Don't think they only have jerky for sale. They also have the best supply of sauces, marinades, and rubs for all of your new recipes. Located at 110 Lincoln Highway, right by Oxford Valley Mall. Head on over there, go in and say, yo, Justin sent me.
Every Friday, we're bringing you bits. But it's especially hilarious to me knowing what I've seen happen in McDonald's locations over the years. Hell, what I've done in McDonald's locations over the years.
Hits. Always winterize your pipes. I think that is such a funny...
And everything in between. Nah,
Oh,
see, it's the
God.
opposite. You don't see it, and he was totally about eating that baby.
We are Twitty and the Brand. We're going to ruin something that you love. New episodes weekly on all your favorite podcast streamers.
Yeah, man, welcome back. Brian in the morning. Marcus Brown, just Emery.
Yo. Got some facts to get to for today, February 25th. We'll start with giving out the birthdays for today. Happy birthday, George Harrison. Now, I'm not going to embarrass myself or this legend. Happy birthday to Ric Flair. I was going to do the woo, but I don't. I can't do service to it, so I didn't want to.
The Nature Boy.
Oh yeah. Who wasn't a Ric Flair fan?
Limousine driving. Jet flying. Wheeling and dealing. Kiss stealing. Son of a gun.
Ric Flair. Sean Astin, movie actor.
Okay.
So I know who he is because he was in Lord of the Rings. So if I ever hear his name,
You know what's going on.
I know this. You ain't gonna snuff me on him. He was in Lord of the Rings. We also
Did you watch Ric Flair's 30 for 30?
So it was on. I did not intently watch it, but it was on. I had it on.
It was good.
Rashida Jones, movie actress. One of my
Rec.
what's that?
Parks and Rec.
Yep. One of my celebrity crushes.
Daughter to Quincy Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a great documentary too. His documentary.
Did not see that one.
That was amazing. That was so good.
Fred Van Vliet. Happy birthday to Fred Van Vliet.
Mini DJ Khaled.
Also looks like Drake.
A little bit. I think it looks like DJ Khaled more.
Carrot Top. Listen, I saw one of his shows. Say what you want about Carrot Top being a wild dude. I saw one of his shows in Vegas where he was performing. It was one of the funniest events I've ever been to in my life. He was absolutely hilarious.
He gets a lot of jokes as being like corny and stuff like that, but like everyone that I hear that goes to a Carrot Top show is very, very happy with the Carrot Top show.
I mean, I wouldn't go every weekend,
Right?
but
It was worth being there.
I don't by no means do I regret going to see him.
Yeah.
So a couple things happened in the world of sports.
Okay.
So we'll start with Muhammad Ali, 1964, knocking out Sonny Liston for the first world title.
That iconic picture
Mm-hmm.
of him standing over Liston with the fist. One of the most iconic pictures in the history of sports.
I believe, wasn't that the first round, first minute? Or is that a different fight?
I believe that lasted a couple of rounds. I believe it did.
Because you know, like the first round, first minute picture of him like standing over the guy, like with his arm across him. I don't know. I don't remember if that was the same fight or not.
I believe their fight went a little longer.
Gotcha.
Not sure.
1940, the NHL is televised for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what else we got. Whole lot of hockey stuff, which I mean, if you listen to this show, we don't necessarily follow all that much. Got some more Wilt news.
Okay.
Wilt scores 67 points in a game to be the first person to score 60 plus points in back-to-back games. You did that though, didn't you? I mean, you might not have been the first, but I know you did it.
I definitely did it.
Yeah.
3 and 65.
Legendary trade in Philadelphia Phillies history happened on this day in 1972. Legendary trade. You want to take a stab at it?
No.
They acquire lefty
Carlton.
Steve Carlton is acquired this day in 1972.
Yeah, big deal. Big deal. The slider. The Carlton slider.
1977, an NBA record for a guard is set. You want to take a stab at it?
NBA record for a guard.
NBA, it's for a guard. NBA record for a single game is set on this day in 1977.
For points?
Yes.
77.
68 points.
Oscar?
No.
68 points for a guard. Jerry West?
No. Getting a little closer with that one, though.
Elgin Baylor?
Getting further.
I don't know.
Pistol Pete Maravich.
Pistol Pete. The future is now Pistol Pete.
Yes. 1989. Mike Tyson. Knockout. 5 titles. Heavyweight champion.
Tyson was a bad man. He really was.
Listen, videos of him are still terrifying.
It's just, and he would do everything in his power to make sure his entrance, him getting in the ring, was the most terrifying experience for his opponent.
Yes.
Like when he used to come out to those bells and it looked like he was being let out by like mental health professionals.
Yes.
Like, that's how it looked. And like he literally would just glide out. He was already sweating, the black trunks, black shoes, no socks. Like, and the way he would just look at, oh my goodness. I couldn't, like, no. I don't want to do this.
And then in 2019, some James Harden news. Yes. Now, obviously, not the best news, but it doesn't matter because they still got the win. James Harden, his streak of 30-plus point games ends at a streak of 32 games after he only scored 28 in the Rockets' win over the Hawks. Second longest 30-plus mark in NBA history.
Only 28.
Only 28. Only 28.
No big deal.
And then some music stuff to get to today as well.
Okay.
Elvis has his first #1 Billboard hit in 1956. 1957, the Buddy Holly hits the scene.
Love me some Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly hits the scene. Let's see. Scrolling through. 1984, Van Halen hits the scene.
Okay, jump.
Yes.
Bing, 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 ding, 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 ding.
Let's see.
Never really a huge Van Halen fan as a group. That whole
1998, Radio City Music Hall. You know what happened?
No.
This is when ODB ran up on stage and grabbed the mic
Oh man.
at the Grammys.
Oh man, ODB. It's one that looks exactly like him. It's wild. Looks just like him. It doesn't help. He has the same haircut too.
Who?
His son looks
Oh,
just
it's his son.
yeah, exactly like him.
Let's see, but we got one more. Now remember, this is an 04. Okay, so what this is 18 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously this has changed. However, to this point in time in 04, the Rolling Stones name Bruce Springsteen the highest grossing artist financially of all time to that point in time. This is in 04. What do you think that they rated him at for gross earnings?
For his career?
Yes, to that point up to 04. You know, like I said, obviously he's not #1 anymore. I think it would have to probably be
like the 70s. So, I mean, what, like 50?
Oh, more than 4 times that.
400?
No, more than 4 times 50.
So, was like 250, 250, 300?
$212 million in ticket, CD, DVD, and merchandise sales.
Wow. I mean, that's not surprising. I mean, he still is a legendary tour artist that does real. I mean, he makes.
They obviously, you know, who would be that now? It has to be Jay-Z, right? As far as
highest grossing?
Yes.
I might go to his wife on that one.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Beyonce's worth more money than Jay-Z.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is
if you're talking just music, I go. If you're talking everything else, Jay-Z. But like just music,
that ticket, CD, DVD, merchandise sales.
Yeah, I think Beyonce has him on that.
Think so? You know who I think will eventually overtake them one day, just strictly off of age and popularity and all that? Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that's the name I thought of too. Bieber.
Bieber has that going for him the same way that I said that by the time it's all said and done, Mark Zuckerberg will be the richest person ever.
Yeah.
And that's because, I mean, he has, you know, what? Say he has 80 billion. I'm making that number up. I don't know how much he actually has. Say he has 80 billion. And what is Elon Musk the richest, I think?
Right. Yeah. Right now. Yeah.
Elon Musk has what 130?
Mm-hmm.
He has 50 billion more. But Mark Zuckerberg's only in his 30s.
Right.
Whereas these other guys are in their 60s, 70s, 80s. You project that out over the next 30 to 40, 50 years.
Yeah. And Bieber got off to such he was so young when he started that he had so much time to do that. And he had a cool period where a cool off period, we really wasn't doing much of anything. But now he's gotten hot again and he's only like 24. Like he's still a kid.
He's 27.
Yeah, he's still a kid. Like he got plenty. He still has about 10 to 12 years of prime music left. That's a long time. That's about, if he wants it to be, that's about 4 or 5 albums.
Mhm.
If he wants, that's 4 or 5 albums, 4 or 5 tours if he wants it to be of prime. And then he gets in his 40s.
Well, he's gearing up. He's about to go on tour right now. He's gearing up for that.
And he gets in his 40s. He now can just tour off of all of his greatest hits and all the people that's aged with him. So he definitely, he's gonna do okay. That kid.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be all right.
Well, I told you the story about my first day of school, my last year of college, where they said who wanted to be a celebrity.
Yeah,
I was like Justin Bieber.
right.
And I was like, why? And I was like, he's 17 years old. He just made $100 million off a tour.
Right. Right.
Give me a better answer than that.
Right. And now, like, it was that, like, he was a little younger, so he was like, had that corny rep. That's not there anymore.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like he got over his Ben Simmons phase. If you can read between the lines of what I'm calling him.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So
Troy Aikman.
yeah.
Troy Aikman is obviously Hall of Fame quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best color commentators of the past 20 years.
Agreed.
Is now looking like he is heading to Monday Night Football.
Now, I've heard that it's a done deal. I've heard that it's done. It's happening. He is going to Monday Night Football.
I think this is a huge mistake. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I think it's a large mistake. I think as a color guy, you're only as good as your play-by-play guy.
Yes.
Like you are at the mercy of your play-by-play guy. If you don't have a great play-by-play guy, it doesn't matter how good you are, the broadcast is not going to come across the right way. Monday Night Football has struggled for years to find that play-by-play guy.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't had it since Al Michaels, really, in my opinion. And that was Monday Night Football left ABC and went to ESPN, late 2000s?
Speaking of Al Michaels, it looks like he's going to leave too.
Yeah, well, that's why, Mike Tirico went there because he knew it was a matter of time. And I'm okay with that. I like Mike Tirico.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's good. That's why he went to NBC because he knew he could be the successor to Michaels. And they won't. I like Michael. They won't miss a beat with that. That's fine.
No, yeah, that's fine. Mike Tirico is a perfect fill-in.
Monday Night Football, there's nobody there play-by-play that's going to be able to make sense with Aikman.
That's why I think it's imperative to wait and see who he's paired with, because they haven't announced obviously this. So I don't think that the pairing has been hired yet. So I think obviously Troy Aikman going like Monday Night Football. The only reason it's fizzled off in the last decade, 12 years or so, is because they had people like Booger McFarlane in there.
Right.
Okay. It's Monday Night Football is still a primetime game. ESPN is still the 4-letter worldwide leader of sports.
Yeah.
It's still a standalone event. It's still Monday Night Football. It's just, Marcus, do you enjoy listening to Brian Greasy and Steve Levy?
No.
I can't even tell you. Brian Greasy could walk past me today while I'm at the grocery store. I won't even know what it looks like.
Yeah, they haven't had the Monday Night Football. You go back to the Howard Cosell, then you go Al Michaels, you go Frank Gifford, you go Dan Dierdorf, John Madden. Like Monday Night Football for years was that was the move.
Think about when they had Jaws, Gruden, Kornheiser.
Yep. Yeah, I don't love it until I guess you're right. I guess I gotta figure out who the play-by-play guy is.
Yeah.
Well, how do you leave Joe Buck? How do you walk away from Joe Buck?
Well,
I don't know how you do that.
Well, here's what I've gathered from this whole thing. So it appears Al Michaels is out at
NBC.
Mm-hmm. He's going to Amazon Prime because Amazon Prime this year has a full Thursday exclusive schedule. So they get to play all 18, 17 games because every game is on Sunday.
So does that mean does that mean that there's no more NFL Network?
It's only going to be on Amazon Prime and the local market. So if the Eagles were to play on Thursday Night Football, you wouldn't need Prime to watch the Eagles. You could get the Eagles. But if you wanted to watch any of the other ones, Thursday night's exclusively on Prime. And it looks like Al Michaels is going to go to there and do the Thursday night games on Prime. Now, it hasn't been announced who the major rumor was it was going to be Al Michaels and Sean McVay.
Okay.
That on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Don't know. Obviously, with the Rams winning the Super Bowl, all of that goes into flux and everything. So, I don't know about that. But there's going to be a lot of movement. A lot of people are saying that Nance can't stand Romo anymore.
You know what?
And that they have way more money invested in Romo than they do in Nance.
Well, here's the thing for Nance too, is Nance and Sims had issues.
Yes.
And then it seemed like Nance and Romo, things were great there. But I think that, and we've talked about this, a couple weeks ago with Romo. He started to get a little bit too cute this year. And it didn't seem natural anymore, the way he was calling games. It felt very forced. So Nance, I'm sure that probably started to, and I'm sure, and also too, you look at all the comments that Romo was getting about how great he is and all that stuff. That had to be, that might have been tough for Nance also. But I believe that. I believe they didn't seem like they were enjoying it nearly as much as they were when Romo first came in.
Yes. Now this begs the question: is who are they going to promote at Fox to replace Troy Aikman? The leader in the clubhouse, in my opinion, and I'm not saying it would necessarily be my pick, but the leader in the clubhouse appears to be Greg Olsen.
Okay.
It would be Greg Olsen and Joe Buck.
Okay.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it.
Yeah, I mean, I need more. I've heard Olsen do some games, and he has annoyed me, but I don't know.
He just needs to get better. And I know this was his first year, so you got to give him, the benefit. It was only the first year, but Joe Buck gets the A-list Fox game,
right?
So whoever you're pairing him with needs to be able to keep up with him.
It's just, I don't know. It's just surprising to me that Aikman would want to. I mean, listen, a bag is a bag. But it just surprises me that he would want to leave Buck because they work so well together.
They do,
unless so good together.
I mean, unless what if he has personal reasons for wanting to go to ESPN? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I would or wouldn't. I'm just saying, a lot. Maybe he's friends with a lot of the former guys over at ESPN versus over at Fox. I don't know. I'm just trying. There could be a whole litany of reasons.
Well, listen,
at the end of the day,
he's very good at what he does.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, they're going to write him a fat check. Let's just be honest. They're going to write him a fat check.
Absolutely.
And he's seeing Romo's making $15 million a year doing this.
Right.
I'm better than Romo is.
Right.
He made what? Maybe $10 million a year as a quarterback, if he was lucky.
Right.
He's viewing this as, let me go get my payday now. This will probably be would it be fair to say that this may be the biggest monetary contract he's ever signed in his life?
Yes. I completely agree with that. Absolutely.
So you can't fault him for that.
No, I don't. But I guess for me, I'm selfishly speaking, I'm really going to miss them together.
Yeah,
I like them.
It just goes back to what I said at the beginning, where I feel like it depends upon who he's matched with.
Where John Madden was smart, where when he went to Fox, he was like, Pat's come with me. I don't know that Fox would have hired Pat Summerall on their own, because they wanted Madden. But Madden was smart enough to be like, nah, I'm taking Pat. Pat's come with me. Because I don't know, Now we've heard Madden with other people, but we've heard him with greats. We heard him with Al Michaels after Summerall, so we didn't hear him with anybody like regular. Like Al Michaels was a voice we already respected as a big time voice. So when he goes to Monday Night Football, and then they both end up going to Sunday Night Football together, that was fine because Al Michaels, their weight is similar. Pat Summerall, though, if he would have went to Fox without Pat Summerall, who knows how that story would have turned out. So I don't know. I mean, it would be nice to see them go together, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I guess we have to figure out and find out who is going to be working with Troy Aikman.
Yeah,
But I think he has to have some say over it.
Yeah, I mean, it's Monday night. Never mind. Actually, I almost made a bad statement. I was about to say it's Monday Night Football. And you're not going to put anybody on there, but that's basically what they've been doing.
Right.
Who would you put on there? Like, I don't know if there's anybody on the current ESPN roster that I would put on there.
I can, yeah, because they don't really have a huge roster of play-by-play guys.
Yeah.
That
Now, who I think could be an interesting candidate?
Say again?
You know who I think could be an interesting candidate?
Who's that?
Trey Wingo.
Can he do play-by-play? Is he a play-by-play guy?
He did it for college.
Yeah, that's interesting. But he's still there?
No, he's currently nowhere. He's just doing a podcast.
I thought he was. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I think that he should be on the. If you're coming up with a list of people, I think you should put him on the list of potential candidates.
Does Mike Breen do football?
Ooh.
Because honestly, that would if Mike Breen does football, that would be my number one. Because he's
no basketball.
Okay.
No, he has. He used to do it for the New York Giants.
I talked to Mike Breen. I think Mike Breen's your guy.
That's a good name.
You give me Breen Aikman, I'm in. I'm committed. What about a 3-man booth with? Well, you know what? Aikman wouldn't go for this. I would say maybe doing, because I think that Peyton needs to be on the actual broadcast. I love what Peyton.
He doesn't want to though. He doesn't want to.
Oh, could you imagine him in the booth?
The thing is, he doesn't want to travel because that's a home setup he has at his place.
Right.
He doesn't want to travel for the games.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I would.
He coaches his son's football team, so he doesn't want to have to travel around for the games, and like he just wants to stay.
Because Breen is well respected, and he's really good.
Yes, prior to doing NBA, he was the play-by-play guy for New York Giants.
Come get this double bag, Breen. Come get this bag. Because that would instantly shoot them up. Now, obviously, you guys see how chemistry is, and how Breen is, but like that instantly makes them. You gotta check it out. See how it works out. They need something. It can't be Steve Levy. They need something different in there with Aikman. You're upgrading with Aikman. You need to upgrade your play-by-play too. Steve, I don't think Levy did a bad job, but he also wasn't to the. They haven't had commentators of the Monday Night Football caliber in a long time.
Yeah.
If you're getting Aikman fits the criteria for Monday Night Football. Now go get me a play-by-play guy that fits that criteria.
I'm reading the story real quick. I hope this isn't true. It's looking like the top choice is Matt Hasselbeck.
To be play-by-play?
It says right here, top choice to replace
I don't like that.
Football. I hope not.
Yeah, I don't like that. And I've like what resume does he have to be a play-by-play guy? But I've never heard of him doing any. No, I don't like that at all.
Should we get with Joe Buck? Should we get Aqib Talib?
Yeah,
No, that would be great. That would
be awesome. Oh man,
Let's see TV. The thing is, the very first time I heard Aqib Talib, I was like, I hated this.
it was that I never heard football like that before. But then I was like,
The
I love it.
second time I heard it, I was like, I don't want to see it any other way now.
yeah, I want it like this all the time now. No, I feel the same way.
Like, I heard it, I was like, dude, just call the game. And then I was like, I also didn't know who it was at first. I was like,
Right. It was listen, anything sometimes things were new. It's just shocking. It was shocking to me. I was like, what? But then I heard it, and I got adjusted to it. I'm like, well, I love this.
yeah, I
I
don't
want
want to
more.
hear this any other way.
Like, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's definitely a shakeup for all the networks.
Absolutely.
Listen, there's going to be a lot of money thrown around by a lot of TV networks, and the NFL's got a lot of money that they got to give out. So there's going to be some major figures thrown around.
Yeah, it just seems to me that Monday Night Football is trying to reassert themselves back into the conversation of
They've fallen
way off. Like think about it. So
my game is Sunday night, no doubt about
Monday
it.
Night Football. Yep.
Yes.
Then I go Fox. Then I go
4:30.
CBS. Monday Night Football's 4. And then Thursday Night Football's 5.
Yes.
But I don't even know. But honestly, I don't even know you can put Thursday Night Football 5 because Thursday Night Football have Buck and Aikman.
I was about to say they're about to have Amazon's about to put enough money behind it to where
I don't like that, by the way. I don't like this whole I gotta go to streaming service and do this to do what. No, just keep it. No, stop. I don't like it. I don't like these changes
I mean, you know why they're doing it.
for these giant come latelys here.
You know what they're
Give me
trying.
my Fox. Give me my CBS. Give me my NBC. That's all I want.
It's all about the cheddar, Marcus.
I know, but I don't like it. I don't like change like that.
So
Do you have anything else?
I got some hats, man.
Let's get in some hat talk.
So obviously we've talked about it before. Me and my minor league baseball hats. Well, I'm on them right now. Obviously, people can see. Marcus, you can see I got my background behind me now, getting it all. Well, I want to incorporate my hats into it. Still working on figuring that out some way, but that'll be done. I got some new hats to add to the collection. One of them's a pro hat. One of them's a minor league hat. We'll get to the pro hat first because I was stunned that I was still able to buy this brand new from the store. 08 World Series Phillies hat.
That's nice. That's a nice item. I've never seen that before either.
Yeah. Got the patch
nice.
on there. Brand new.
Sharp.
So had to snag this. I mean, how could you not add this to the rotation? When's the next time we're going to see a Phillies championship? No time soon. Now I was going to blow a gasket. I was going to blow a gasket on here today about baseball. I'm going to save that for either tomorrow or Monday. But I am going to lay into the owners and the players. The players really pissed me off yesterday.
Yeah.
Really pissed me off. So, but we've had a good show. I don't want to blow a blood vessel at the end of the show. Secondly, is the alternative logo for the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers.
Okay. Ooh, what is that thing? Is that a pig?
It's a cow.
It's a cow?
It's got the cow design on the hat.
It's a dream come true for Rose. We need to get that drop.
What do you think this is the name of this team is?
The Cattle Rattlers, whatever?
No, Timber Rattlers is their regular name, but this is their alternative name.
What do they call that one?
The Udder Tuggers.
The Otter Tuggers. I like it.
So
Big
Justin Emery, Udder Tugger.
Yeah. Hat guy.
Big hat guy. Cheesecake guy as well. And sometimes reporter guy when he has to put you reporters out here in the raps with the real lowdown.
Facts only. Facts only.
For tomorrow, what do we want to tease?
Me buying lots of rubs and spices.
Okay.
That's the tease for the tomorrow show. I might disappear from the tables, go get some rubs and spices.
I'll just talk on the end. I don't care.
Yeah, just keep on talking.
Keep on talking.
We'll definitely be recapping Harden's debut tonight in the Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get in some baseball talk tomorrow about everything going on with that, the latest update. looking like opening day is not looking good right now. Not looking good at all. So we'll see.
Pitchers and catchers are supposed to be there right now.
Right.
Now, like not
The first game was supposed to be what, this weekend?
I think next weekend.
Okay.
Because I'm not sure players were supposed to report yet. I think it's still pitchers and catchers.
Okay.
But like I saw a picture floating around on Twitter sometime this week. Somebody snapped a picture of Bryce Harper riding a bike.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw it? Like they're ready to go.
Right.
Like, but
Yeah.
Walker Bueller, you are the jackass of the week.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll get into that tomorrow. Big beef jerky talk at the outlet in Langhorne. Big Curly's conversation. It's a whole.
Yeah. Are we? Should I like?
Big back road Bradham.
Are we going? Is Curly's definitely? Should I put my order in?
Oh, yes. I'm gonna be
All
there.
right. What time should I put it in for? 3:30.
Yep.
4 o'clock. What do you think?
I gotta get out of there basically as soon because
Saturday afternoon it could be busy. I don't want to mess around. Like I want
right as soon as it should be. So I need my order in there by 3.
Oh, you go, but the show ends at 3. Either way, regardless, I'll put it. The thing is, I usually try to put it in maybe like 20 minutes early because
Yeah.
like I don't want it to be late. So I'll tell them 3:15.
Yeah, there you go.
But see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, man. At Marcus B. Tweeting everywhere.
At Justin M. Michelle on the Bluebird app.
Brian Memory Pod everywhere. BrianMemory.com for the merch. 10% off the code Bremy. Beat your outlet in Langhorne.
Use promo code Bremy10 for 10% off your first in-app order at District Taco.
And until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but you're never gonna stop us. Have a great weekend.